Thank you very much for staying with us on the AM show. Now, on that bit of talk about money, we progress from there. It said that there are three things that are constant in life: life, death, and taxes. Well, that is why we're here. Even the money you invest, there'll be some taxes on that. And we're joined for this all-important conversation. From April the 1st, there have been requirements with regard to the Ghana card PIN, with regard to tax identification numbering, and what role it's going to play moving forward. Now, joining us to break down the matters for us so we can all understand properly and also be on the right end of the law, we have Lawrence Hochonyame, Principal Revenue Officer with the GRA. He joins us for this conversation. Mr. Hochonyame, a very good morning to you. Thank you for
Good morning, and good morning to your cherished listeners.
Great. So we're going to be digging into these matters, and I think it's only fitting that we start from this Ghana card PIN bit. So before you even get into that, is the Ghana card going to phase out? And I'm asking a question that I get all the time. Is it phasing out the TIN? What is the reality there?
Yes, Ghana card PIN is, as we all know, a card that is issued by the National Identification Authority, and it's issued to all individuals in this country, citizens, resident and non-resident citizens of Ghana. And to answer your question, yes, moving forward, the Ghana card PIN will be phasing out the tax identification number for individuals.
Okay.
For individuals.
Right.
And when I say individuals, I'm referring to employees, sole proprietors, directors of companies, and then partners of partnership. So these are classes of individuals we are looking at. So moving forward, their TIN will be replaced with the Ghana card PIN.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure as we go on, we'll look at the dynamics with regard to what role the TIN is going to play, what role the Ghana card PIN is going to be playing as well. But what is this Ghana card PIN?
Like I just said, this a PIN, a number or a card that is issued by the National Identification Authority, and it's issued to individuals. Unfortunately, the Ghana card is not issued to companies and other organizations. It's issued to individuals. And it's a card that is meant to be used by all persons or individuals to transact businesses in this country. So that card is going to be the one unique identifier for all business transactions in this country. And GRA is one of the organizations taking the lead role to make sure that we replace the existing tax identification numbers with the Ghana card PIN. So just that, we are migrating all our individual taxpayers who either were using the tax identification number to the use of Ghana card PIN. So basically, it's just the national identification card that is issued by the National Identification Authority.
And I can't fathom how this would have been done without the GRA. But so is that what has necessitated this switch? What is it that you would say is the main thing that has necessitated this switch? Because we have the TIN and the system was working. So what has necessitated the switch?
Yeah, it's purely government policy. It's purely government policy. We've got to a point where we have too many identifiers. Too many identifiers. When you travel to the developed world, you know, we just have one unique identifier to be able to identify you for all transactions. But in our country, we have too many identifiers. So as part of government policy...
When you speak of these identifiers, you're talking about the different systems, the cards.
The cards,
the numbers. You have your Ghana card, you have your voter's ID, you have this, you have that, you have your TIN.
That is it.
So we're trying to...
just get one unique identifier. Get one unique identifier, and that identifier will be used for all transactions all transactions in this country. We in GRA are just taking the lead role in making sure that we replace, but other organizations will follow as we move on. Other state organizations will follow. So basically, just to get one unique identifier for all transactions. For all transactions.
And that's the whole idea.
Yes, that's the whole idea.
That unique identifier will be the Ghana
card PIN.
Right.
That's the Ghana card personal identification number.
Right. So will all taxpayers then, what is going to be the situation? Because I noticed right from the start that you were delineating that individuals are going to be on a certain belt, companies or entities are going to be on a different belt. Who is going to have to use the Ghana card PIN?
Yeah, like we indicated, all individuals would have to migrate or match their Ghana card PIN with their tax identification number, or match their tax identification number to Ghana card PIN. And that would require all individuals to go to the nearest GRA office to do that, or the nearest GRA offices. We have some designated GRA offices where you can conveniently get a new Ghana card. If you do not have one, you can just go and apply for a new Ghana card. We have about 14 designated offices, okay, GRA offices, that you can just go and process your Ghana card if you do not have one.
Right.
But if you already have one, you already have a Ghana card, all you do is to go to any of the GRA offices and we'll be able to match your tax identification number to your Ghana card. And okay, moving forward from 1st April 2021 to 31st December 2021, that is the transition period. And we are expecting all individuals to have their TIN match with the Ghana card. And so moving forward, we'll only identify you with the Ghana card PIN for all transactions with GRA.
In the interim, those who are yet to get the Ghana card can still use their TINs?
Yes, you come to GRA and get your TIN match with your Ghana card. If you do not have a Ghana card, we would generate one for you in the following offices. Excuse me, let me just walk you through the offices. We have the TIN Center at the Registrar General's Department.
Okay.
We can generate a Ghana card PIN for you there. The TIN Center at the Customs Long Room, for our importers. We can generate Ghana card for you immediately for you to be able to clear your goods. Okay. The Spinters Road Taxpayer Service Center, Adabraka Taxpayer Service Center, Tema Taxpayer Service Center 1, Kofrodua Taxpayer Service Center, Cape Coast Taxpayer Service Center, Takrade Taxpayer Service Center, Asukwa Taxpayer Service Center, Sunyani Taxpayer Service Center, Ho Taxpayer Service Center, Tamale, Bolgatanga, and Wa Taxpayer Service Centers. When you visit any of these taxpayer service centers, we would generate the Ghana card for you immediately.
I'm sure for big businesses, people who have quite a bit to do or who are key players in industry, they would want to know how quickly this process would be. Time is always of the essence. So if someone were to go to any of these centers, how long on average should they expect this process to be completed?
Well, it will be generated within a day.
Within a day?
Yeah. You just come and then it's just the two cards are already there. So we'll only do the matching. We'll only match your PIN, your TIN to your Ghana card PIN. And then any data that you have with GRA, we can explore and recover that information with your Ghana card PIN. In other words, the Ghana card PIN become your identifier.
So in terms of our legal framework, we have the Revenue Administration Act, Act 915. Yeah. Does that mean that has changed? Because that is what's even specified the TIN and what should be done in respect of it. Has that changed?
No, that wouldn't change. Like you rightly indicated, the taxation is a creature of statute. And the Revenue Administration Act imposes obligation on the Commissioner General to ensure that all taxpayers are identified, and that gave birth to the Taxpayer Identification Numbering System, the TIN. as I indicated earlier, all persons other than individuals will continue to use their TIN. Companies and organizations and entities other than individuals will still continue to use their TIN. So the TIN provision will continue to be there. That obligation still falls on the Commissioner General to ensure that persons are identified in a unique way. But what this is doing, the new system we are migrating to, is to move individuals that has TIN so that we can identify them using the Ghana card PIN. The law that established the National Identification Authority also foresaw that moving forward would there will be the need for us to use the TIN, the Ghana card PIN, for tax-paying purposes. You know, so this thing was envisaged by Parliament when the two pieces of legislations were being passed. So yes, the Revenue Administration Act 915 would continue to be in force. It will not be amended. For all individuals, they would just migrate them and use the Ghana card PIN as their tax identification number.
In case you just joined the conversation, we're having a very important discourse here on the Ghana card and the TIN, discussion. You may be wondering what exactly you must do to ensure that you're on the right end of the law, that you're paying your taxes, that you can actually, do the right thing. And we have Lawrence Hochonyame, Principal Revenue Officer of the GRA, with us. If you've just joined the conversation, that's what we're doing. You did mention a cluster of offices that people can go through now, but there might, I'm sure you have other offices that people have been making their payments at. Does this mean those offices have changed? For someone who may be wondering, do I now have to go to these specific offices only? Can't I go to other points to pay my taxes or to ensure that the rollover is done? What is the situation on that?
No, the offices remain same.
Okay.
The offices that I've mentioned are designated offices where you can register your new Ghana card. But when you already have a Ghana card and already have your TIN, you can move to any of our offices to get those two numbers matched. When you have a Ghana card and you have your TIN already, you can move to any of our offices, and then what our officers will do is to match these two numbers and then now move on to identify you with your Ghana card PIN instead of your TIN.
So just for clarity, if someone were to show up at any of your offices without the Ghana card PIN, but with a TIN, you would be able to aid this person go through the process.
Exactly so. Exactly so. And that is why we are calling for that all our cherished taxpayers, especially individuals who already have the Ghana card and already have their TIN, should just move to the nearest GRA offices and we'll get our officers get that information
so the merger
matched.
is done. The match.
So that moving forward, we will only identify you with the Ghana card PIN. Once we log your Ghana card PIN into our system, it gives us every information, your tax information about you.
So what is the transitional period to look at? Since the 1st of April, we've had this active. How long is the transitional period? How much time do people have to get on board?
Yeah, the transitional period starts from 1st April, and by 31st December 2021, we should be migrating all individuals from the tax identification numbering system to Ghana card PIN by 31st December 2021.
Does that imply by the end of the year we're doing away with the TIN?
For individuals.
For individuals.
For individuals, by close of year, we will only identify individuals with the Ghana card PIN and not the old tax identification number that has been issued. So the transition period runs from 1st April 2021 to 31st December 2021.
Okay.
And we expect that all individuals will get this information, would cooperate with GRA to get this data matched.
So you keep
numbers matched.
You keep making mention of individuals. So does that imply that maybe in the corporate sense, the TINs will still be active?
Yes.
What is the reality?
With companies and other body of persons like trusts and entities will continue to use their tax identification number, the TIN. So this migration is just for individuals.
Okay.
And the law defines individuals, like I indicated earlier, employees, all sole proprietors, and then all partners of a partnership.
Okay.
So all of them qualifies as individuals. So would have to do the migration.
Is it possible to have multiple TINs? And should someone have multiple TINs, how would the person be treated? Now, I recall there was a time when I lost my TIN. I had saved it somewhere, taken a snapshot of it. I'd saved the number somewhere, but I simply couldn't find it. And I nearly went in for another. Fortunately, I was able to find it at the tail end. But for someone who somehow has multiple TINs, how is that situation going to be addressed? Because you want to ensure that every person has one identifier.
Yeah, that was a challenge with the challenge we had with the TIN system.
Okay.
People would come in, generate a TIN, will go to the next time they want to clear goods from the port, and then they will just give their particulars to the clearing agent. The clearing agent will manipulate that information and generate another TIN, which is wrong legally, but a lot of people have been able to sail through with that. So what we moving forward doing is to match all the TIN to your Ghana card PIN. So when you have two tax identification numbers, two TINs or more, you just come with all the numbers. We'll match them. We'll match them with your Ghana card PIN. And so with that information, we are going to do away with all the existing tax identification numbers. Once we match them, whichever way, we'll be able to identify you.
It will still be traceable back to that specific income.
Exactly so.
So these are some of the benefits of
exactly
the new system we're applying.
Yes.
I'm sure those who are expatriates or non-residents, and the law has a way of dealing with them as well when it comes to taxing their income. But how do they fit into all of this? Do they also need a PIN? What kind of PIN?
Yeah. We have a non-citizen Ghana card.
Right.
That is also issued to foreigners who are legally or permanently residing in Ghana. So all foreigners who are legally residing in Ghana or permanently residing in Ghana, yes, the law allows them to go for non-citizen Ghana card. And once that non-citizen Ghana card is issued, they can also come and then we do the matching for them. So foreigners in Ghana could be issued with the non-citizen Ghana card. And we would use that information to match with their TIN, which was already issued to some of them. And then we'll now, moving forward, do business with them using the Ghana card PIN.
So it's as simple as that.
As simple as
seamless. Then they can go ahead.
Yes.
And their tax situation will be cleared. But I'm sure in making mention of all of this, institutions to, just like with that, institutions that have been mandated to deal with TIN and all of that, what happens now per Act 915? What are the changes they have to take?
When you rightly mentioned, when you go to the first schedule of Act 915, there's a list of institutions that are mandated by the law to help the Commissioner General in the implementation of the tax identification numbering system. Yes, that provision still remains. Moving forward, once you are a taxpayer, you've gotten your Ghana card PIN and your TIN matched, and we could now identify you with the Ghana card for tax purposes, you go and transact business with those institutions with the Ghana card PIN. And so all those institutions will be able to verify your Ghana card PIN.
So, and that feeds into my very next question.
Yeah.
So now their mandate will be to partake in this verification process in
Exactly.
aiding the Ghana Revenue Authority.
Exactly. All the third parties and those institutions that have been specifically mentioned in the first schedule of the RA, all of them will be in the position to verify the Ghana card PIN through the GRA integration portal.
Okay.
So we'll give them access. They would have to register with GRA. We give them the permission to do the verification.
Okay. Now, one thing that has been made mention of, and we even read it in the papers and all of that, was that once we had all these numbers when it comes to the Ghana card, over 15 million people who had already got onto it, it meant that the GRA too, by feeding into that, would have the tax base increase. Is that true? And how is the GRA planning on making the most of the situation to ensure that the tax net, if it's broader, then we can make more taxes for the country?
Yeah, I think that is the real purpose of this whole exercise.
Right.
Prior to the migration, we have about 6.2 million individuals who have registered for, or persons who have registered for TIN. Now we have data from Ghana National Identification Authority. That's, like you indicated, approximately 15 million persons or individuals that have those numbers. So basically, the rationale is to expand the tax base. Expand. There has been this argument all those years that our tax base is too narrow. The focus is with the formal sector and few corporate organizations. And there's the need for us to expand the tax base, especially to cover those in the informal economy. And this is just the opportunity that we want to take advantage of. And that is why GRA has been the first public organization to take the lead role in making sure that we quickly change over and move away from the tax identification numbering system to the Ghana card PIN. It will certainly increase our tax base. It will widen our tax base. We'll be able to identify more people in the informal economy. It has been, the informal economy has been a challenge to tax administration all over the world. And for us, we think that this migration that we're doing will help us to identify all our potential taxpayers.
So this basically will help plug some of the loopholes.
Absolutely.
The loopholes you've had
absolutely
in terms of generating taxes.
Yes.
But let me ask you, now, I did mention earlier that there are three things that some say are constant in life. Once you find yourself on earth: life, death, and taxes.
Yes.
But people also tend to shy away from the taxes. Sometimes they feel they are being overtaxed and all of that. What are the benefits, if any, to the taxpayer, the Ghanaian taxpayer, in terms of the Ghana card PIN, in terms of the TIN PIN integration and all of that? Are there any benefits to the ordinary Ghanaian?
Oh yes, there are benefits to especially acquiring, synchronizing and harmonizing all those numbers. It makes transactions very simple.
Okay.
When you want to clear goods from the port, all you need is your Ghana card PIN. When you want a tax clearance certificate from GRA, all you need is your Ghana card PIN. You don't need to be pulling out data or numbers from all places. Sometimes you tend to forget some of the numbers. So it makes doing business easy. We're moving away from, cumbersome processes to very simplified processes. And then with this also, you are able to do business online, to minimize face-to-face interaction. We are in the era of COVID, and we want to, as much as possible, minimize the face-to-face contact with persons. So, this is an opportunity for us to get it. And of course, we know that quite recently the Parliament passed a law for waivers of penalties and interest. And for all up to 31st December 2020. And you could take advantage of these waivers and penalties when you get your systems, updated and all that. So there are a lot of benefits, apart from the social goods that we all enjoy, go to the hospitals and use the roads and all that. Those are social goods that somebody must pay for. And the only way to generate revenue for these social goods is through taxation. And so, like you rightly indicated, it's certain. It's certain.
For people who are already extant or existing taxpayers, are there any new things they might have to do now? Any new protocols they have to observe to get in sync with this system?
Yeah, existing taxpayers, individuals, just walk to the nearest GRA offices, and then our officers will be more than willing to help you to match these two numbers. We just want to migrate individuals from the old TIN numbers, the tax identification numbers, to the Ghana card PIN. So if you're an existing taxpayer and you already have these two numbers, you just walk to the nearest GRA office and we'll be more than willing to match these two numbers for you. If you do not have Ghana card, the Ghana card, and you are an individual, then I would advise that you move to the NIA registration centers or the 14 designated offices within GRA, and that will be able to generate one for you, and then would migrate you to the Ghana card PIN.
Okay. And I know this is going to be a learning process, a continuous learning process for all of us. Yeah. Between now and the 31st of December, we'll keep learning a few more things and ensure that we're doing the right thing in terms of contributing when it comes to taxes. But before you let go of us, I know the GRA has started a digitization drive. There's a whole lot you're doing. Yeah. In your final comments, tell us a bit about that and maybe any other top-ups you want to give before we sign off.
Thank you very much. GRA is moving strongly in that area of digitization. That is the world in which we are now, and we cannot be left out. And so we're trying to change our operational processes to make it easy for taxpayers to file returns online and pay taxes online. And these are the primary obligations of the taxpayer. Filing of returns and payment of taxes. So you'd be able to do this through the Government of Ghana official platform, which we call the ghana.gov. You log in ghana.gov, and in there you find a lot more state institutions, and you find GRA there. And when you click on GRA, it gives you all the services that we offer that you can access. You can file the returns online, you can pay online. I must be quick to add that the returns filing, the due date for the return filing ended just this Friday.
Oh, wow.
30th April. Hope you have filed your returns. And we trying to encourage all our taxpayers who have not filed their returns to just take advantage and file. You can just, this holiday, you can just go into the system and then you file your returns, and do the filing. So, like I indicated, you either go to our website, the www.gra.gov.gh.
Right.
Our website, you'd also be able to have access to the Ghana.gov portal, and then you file. You'll be able to have access to all our IT applications, ITAPs, and then you file. And then you can also go to Ghana.gov, and then you have access to all the services that we offer. When you take your phone right now and you search Ghana.gov, it will display some state institutions. You just select GRA, and then you click on apply.
Okay.
And when you click on apply, all our services are displayed there, which include filing of returns, payment of taxes, making custom declarations, and all other services.
Making it all very simple.
Yes. So you just sit in the comfort of your home, and then you select any of the services, and then you could either file or pay. Now there are two main returns that you can file: the corporate income tax return and the personal income tax returns. These two are quickly available. You can do them online.
I think at some point we might have to bring you back into the studio to give us more education on all of these matters. But it's been insightful, it's been revealing, and of course, we're grateful that you joined us for this discussion this morning, Mr. Hochonyame. Lawrence Hochonyame is Principal Revenue Officer at the GRA.